What up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to talk about the reason why I believe Canelo is so hesitant to fight David Benevidez. I believe we will see this fight, but we'll only see this fight when Canelo is good and ready. When Canelo feels like it's the right time, when he feels like he's got everything in order, he's got no injuries, he's got the contract where it needs to be, the money's right. Because at this point in his career, he's looking at solidifying the legacy. He's trying to make sure that he does everything in his power that he possibly can to go out on top. Every fighter's dream is to go out on top. Only a few fighters have actually done that. Okay, Floyd's gone out on top. Andre Ward has gone out on top. A few other guys have gone out on top, but it's very hard to do. That's why only a few guys have done it. And one of the things that's going to help Canelo solidify his legacy is not take another loss. And if he did take a loss, he'd want to immediately avenge that loss or beat another fighter of a higher caliber regarded by the people, which would keep his legacy intact and or improve his legacy. So he doesn't want to take another loss. And more specifically, in my opinion, I believe he doesn't want to take a loss between 160 and 168 pounds, where most of his legacy has been solidified. Okay, he's only got 2 losses on his record, right? He lost to Floyd Mayweather at a catch weight of 152 pounds, and he lost to Dimitri Bivol at 175 pounds. He has no losses between 160 and 168 pounds. Now, in my opinion, most people would regard Canelo's prime years is when he moved up to 160 and moved up again to 168 pounds. That's when he started. That's when he went through Golovkin twice, Rocky Fielding, Daniel Jacobs, Sergey Kovalev, Callum Smith, Avni Yildirim, Billy Joe Saunders, and Caleb Plant. Now, the Sergey Kovalev fight was fought at 175 pounds, so it wasn't between 160 and 168, but he gets all the credit in the world for that because it was for a belt and it was another division, another notch on his legacy. Anytime someone moves up and gets another belt at a new division, you got to give him credit for that. That's just my opinion. You got to give him full credit for that because that is a very hard thing to do. So a big bulk of Canelo's legacy was built at between 160 and 168 pounds. And those would be considered by most people his prime years. Okay, prime years, his prime weight. Okay, his most impressive performances are at that weight. His most impressive knockouts are at that weight. And I believe he'd like to keep it that way, wouldn't you? And I believe he doesn't want to do anything to tarnish his record and his performances at that weight. And when I say weight, I mean weights, 160 to 168. So I believe he's approaching this fight with David Benevidez very intelligently and doing everything he possibly can to get as many things in his favor as he possibly can. So I believe he's taking this time to think it through. I don't think he's scared of David Benevidez, and I definitely don't think he's intentionally trying to duck him. We know David Benevidez is Canelo Alvarez's greatest threat to his legacy between 160 and 168, middleweight, super middleweight. He's the greatest threat. Everybody's acknowledged that. I think that's why he's taking his time to think it through and to make sure everything is right. And he has every advantage he needs to go in there because that's what Floyd used to do. And that's what a lot of fighters do when on the A side, when they've got everything going for them. They use every advantage possible. Why shouldn't he? So those are my thoughts on it. Canelo's not ducking and he's not scared. He's making sure everything is good before he fights this man. Okay? Let me know what y'all think down in the comments. It's Mr. T. I'm out.